live on the Joy News channel on Multi TV. My name is Patricia Gasu and the show is Reporters Blog. As usual, my colleagues will be joining me on set and we'll be discussing the behind the scenes that you did not watch. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Welcome back. You know, this particular colleague of mine, I don't know, all of a sudden he's wearing his spectacles. All of a sudden, he's doing new things. Seriously do not understand, but today we'll be finding out more. Welcome to Reporters Blog.
Thank you,
Honorable
Patricia.
Francis Aban.
What do I call you?
Patricia.
Cute and beautiful Patricia. Does that work for you? Does that work for you?
If I'm okay. I'm okay. It's,
right.
it's a good and positive day.
I don't know about honorable, but I think cute and pretty is fine with you.
And your new goggles.
Yeah, it's
Is that wood?
Yes, the side is wood. It's
And
the
then
frame, yeah.
The frame is what?
The frame, I think it's rubber. Should be rubber.
So why don't you get a proper rubber?
The wood helps. I mean, it's different, right?
No, let's do a local. Get a rubber, a plain rubber. Growing up, we used to do this. Get 2 broomsticks.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. So I guess
just quell it, and then I don't know, just quell it and then put a rubber.
The difference is that the lens in here, it's not like what we used to play with as kids. This one is actually helping me see you better. So yeah.
See me better.
Yeah.
Take off the spectacles.
Ah, okay.
Can you
I
see me?
see you, but I see things a bit more blurrier. I think if I wear it, I can see that better. That is better. Yeah. Works for me.
What is this?
Oh, it's 2.
Okay, so when you take off the spectacles, it's what? 5.
I see some 2 shadows in addition.
Anyway, welcome to Reporters Blog.
Thank you, Patricia.
And you went to taste local gin. As we all call it, Akpetishi.
Exactly, Akpetishi.
And the name of the town, Kwabena
Nukrum.
Nukrum.
Yes.
Hey.
Kwabena Nukrum. So the mouth of Kwabena village. That's direct translation.
Kwabena Nukrum.
Kwabena Nukrum, yes.
It
And yeah,
sounds a
Kwabena.
Kwabena Nukrum.
Kwabena Nukrum.
You went all the way to Kwabena Nukrum
Yes,
to go
Kwabena
and taste
Nukrum.
local gin.
Yes, not to go taste. Tell you what happened. I went to Takrady for a weekend. Had to do some personal things. On my way back to Accra, I got to that village and I saw a lot of smoke and people carrying drums. Like, what's happening here? And you know me, the curious mind. I was actually in a bus, public bus. I told the driver I'll drop there. Took my luggage out, put it by the roadside, pulled out my recorder. I went to find out what it was all about. It turns out that the whole community lives on selling and producing alcohol, Akpetishi. That's the story, yeah.
Kwabena Nukrum.
Kwabena Nukrum, yes.
Wow. So you went there.
I learned how the whole thing is processed.
You spoke with some of the people carrying the drums.
Yeah.
And then they told you this is what they do.
That's what they do.
So
a drum of alcohol. I didn't know you were interested. I could have bought you a barrel. A barrel is
I
for
don't take
200
alcohol.
CDs. You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should have tasted this one. This is good. It's sweet and nice.
Really? How does
Yes.
it? Sweet and nice.
Nice, but very hot.
Akpetishi.
Akpetishi.
Francis,
Yes.
at that moment, is that you wanted to drink?
No, no,
Because
not at all.
Look, no, you're describing this whole thing that it's sweet.
I'm telling you what I tasted.
Nice and
I'm telling you
hot.
what I tasted. It's not what I tasted. What I tasted.
But that's look. The way you even describe it
Yeah.
is sweet, nice, and hot.
I'm describing what I felt.
Do you drink?
Do I drink what?
Do you take alcohol?
Occasionally, from time to time, yes.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
So maybe at that moment when you saw the smoke, you're like, I smell something.
No,
here."
I didn't smell. I only saw smoke. I was in the bus. I said, what's happening? People carrying big barrels on their heads. What's happening here? And I just said, okay, let me go satisfy my curiosity. And I was able to.
Okay, so now you got into the town.
I got into the town. I met a man whose mother, 70 years old, has been doing the business since she was 15.
Ooh.
And so she has lived a life of, what do you call that? A Akpetishi brewer? Or what? And, you know, the proceeds from that business is what got his son in school from primary through to the university. His son is now a teacher in Accra, but he goes there every weekend to go help out in producing the local gin.
Then I guess she's a pro.
She's a pro.
Wow.
A life patron, you might want to call in that area.
Did you ask her if she drinks?
Oh, she does. Yeah, she does. For tasting and all. Yeah. Also, must be appetite. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. So
No, but that thing doesn't really work.
banku.
Like appetite.
Depends on really.
Does it work?
Have you done it before?
No.
You said it doesn't work. Have you done it
No,
before?
come on. Why would you take in akpetishi?
Yeah.
To increase your appetite to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
You're sure? Because you say it doesn't work. It means you've experienced that
Because
it doesn't work.
some people that I have seen,
Yeah.
they take it and immediately start eating.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they still...
It's the one. Are you sure you're not talking about yourself? Ha, Tilly. Trish.
You're calling me Tilly now.
Yeah. Trish, Tilly. Same thing.
No, it's not the same.
Okay. Clarify. It's Trish, not Tilly.
I haven't taken alcohol before.
Okay.
I haven't tasted it before.
Is it religious or it's just a personal decision?
It's just a personal decision.
Okay. Now I'm starting to interview you. That's not what it's supposed to be.
It's just a personal decision. But some people that I have seen, they take it and immediately start eating.
Yeah.
And looking at them, they don't really eat the whole, if it's fufu, they don't really eat the whole bowl.
The whole idea is to be
Something-
able to eat. It doesn't matter whether you are clearing the
Get
whole
a
bowl or
vitamin.
not. That's another option. Yeah.
So after tasting it, were you hungry?
Yes, I was.
Ouch.
I went back to Takrady to go eat a bowl of fufu.
And then came back.
Not Takrady, Sekendi Court.
And then you came
It's called
back.
Sekendi
And then
Court.
you had to pick another car.
Another bus.
Don't you think,
Don't I think what?
one, your curiosity got you to the town, and when you got there, you had the appetite for it, like the way
No.
it is. No,
I
no,
mean-
it's so fresh. It's so fresh. You wanted to have a taste.
No.
And after that,
No.
you wanted.
My decision to taste was not about the freshness. It was about going to do the story and knowing what it was about. I couldn't have left a town that brews alcohol without tasting it. I had to taste it.
Okay.
It's like walking into a barn in France that produces wine. You do a wine story and you don't taste the wine. Then why did you go there?
I get it.
Uh-huh.
I get it. So
There
did
you
you bring
have it.
some home?
No. What for? Okay. Now that you've mentioned it, I said I brought some to my barber. So I mean, he could use it for the wipes, rubbing alcohol. Yeah, it should have worked. But he gets a lot, so I didn't think of bringing him some. Drinking it, no, not gonna happen.
Anyway, it
It's
was
very hot, extremely hot.
hot like.
Oof. What's very hot? Like hot water.
Okay. Hot water.
Can you wrap your head around it? Have you tasted very hot tea before?
Yeah, I don't like very hot tea.
Yeah. that
No
kind of
hot
thing.
oil. No.
I
oil.
didn't spit it out because I still wanted to taste it, but I
So
tasted
how many
it.
times? How many thoughts?
Oh no thought, just a drop, taste. I'm done. I didn't
Even
gulp
just
down anything.
a drop on your
Yeah.
tongue,
Yeah.
and it's so sweet.
It's very hot, sweet and nice.
Anyway, thank you for your time on Reporters Blog. And that was my colleague, Francis Aban, Honorable Francis Aban on Reporters Blog. We'll be right
Cute and
back
pretty.
with more. Please stay.
Patricia.
Next, I have my colleague Ernest Boama. He's from the sports department. You know this man, he comes very early. Virtually, I also come at dawn. So by 4 a.m., we're all here. But you get him moving from radio to TV to radio to TV to radio to TV. Okay, in cycle. And at the end of the day, we get sports producing. The main man is here with me. Welcome to Reporters Blog.
Thank you.
Tell me that interesting round you've been making.
It's the nature of the work we do over here, especially with sports, where you have to combine radio, TV, and you have to make sure that there are stories, especially for local stories. I mean, for foreign stories, sometimes you could just go online, probably get something from the super sports and get to them over there. But for local stories, you have to go out.
But look, and more, is there match every day?
Well, there's no match every day, especially when the league is even over. Then maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, when there are no matches, you have to get stories, you have to get local content.
And how do you get them?
You have to chase them. So you have to either make a call some of the sports people, oh, I want this story, can I come over? You'll be like, okay, I'm ready here, I'm not ready, come this day. And meanwhile, your program has to go on, and you have to produce local content. It's been so hectic sometimes. So like for instance, this time around, there's no league matches going on. I have to create the stories. So it's either you wait for them when they come to radio for interviews and get them, do some 1 or 2 with them, or probably chase them wherever they are, or call them to let them come to studio for interviews on live shows. And it's been very difficult because you get here at 4. Now you have to produce other sports shows on the Joy News. You have to make sure that whatever is also happening on Adom 2, you're also aware about it. Well, most especially when
Joy FM is supposed to get the same thing.
And Asempa also has to get the same stories. And Adom FM 2 has to get, sports content. So you'll be like, sometimes you'll be like going home and you have a call. Do you have some stories? Where can I go and check it? And sometimes you're driving. If you waste time today, also you have to be laying them. So sometimes you have to park somewhere and say, okay, go to this file, open this file and get these stories, edit it from this side. And very stressful doing sports.
Interesting.
Very stressful doing sports. And sometimes when you go out, because of fire for fire, you get the people like, oh, these people, when you give them stories, they're going to bash you. So I'm talking. And meanwhile, they've also spoken to maybe a collective TV station on an issue. You also want to hear your side of it. So like, this profile for fire, if you talk to them, the next moment they are and they are blasting you and they are bashing you and there. So sometimes it's difficult when you are setting shows and you are tagged.
That's so bad. But have you met people that have been so mean to you?
A few occasions.
Tell me something.
A few occasions at a press conference, and somebody will be like, oh, this boy, you talk to the POB chairman. I wouldn't talk to this station.
Why?
Or this local station, I won't talk to them. Because when you talk to them, the next time they open their phone lines and people are insulting them. and he's done it for me, on many occasions. But when he understands whatever we are doing, that it's not about bashing, but it's about getting the truth out there to the public, or allowing them to also come and give their version of it, then he gives into it. But initially, you got to him, it's like, I'll talk to local stations. Because the next time you talk to them, they open their phone lines and...
Is he calling multimedia local station?
No, he's talking about local, radio stations.
Where you have to speak the local dialect.
The local dialect. Those people, when you talk to them, the next time they open their phone lines and it's bashing all over.
It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing with sports. It's a normal thing with sports.
But you see him grant interview to an English speaking station.
Or he thinks the English stations wouldn't bash him like that, like the local dialect.
Well, that is the perception outside over there. So for many of the sports administrators, some of them wouldn't want to talk. Others who see you and want to come because they want to be heard. They feel they have some issues. And strangely enough, when these same people who are refusing to talk to the local stations are in trouble and want to be heard,
they don't want to speak their local language
and they call for them that
and express
come and hear
for everybody to understand. These people like, seriously?
Come and hear my version. This is what they are doing. It's not right. Meanwhile, to some years back, you're like, I want to talk to them because you feel that you're in this comfortable zone.
They did a fair meeting in your comfort zone. That is when you run to the people you don't want to run to.
That is it. So that has been the nature of the job over here. But it's always very stressful. When you come in the morning, you have to chase stories. When there's no local stories, you have to find out where it is.
Interesting. Wow. So how do you, you're a married man?
Yes. So yes, imagine. And then you know something? Apart from Monday to Fridays, Saturday, Sundays, I come over.
You love your job. Let me say that you really love your job.
Well, you have to deliver. This is the target. You have to deliver. Meanwhile, you also must make sure that at home, family is also sorted out.
Do you ever get time for yourself?
I have to. I create that time. Yeah, I create that time, especially Saturday morning. I make sure I have quality time with the family. Sunday, from church to maybe about 4, I have quality time. Yeah, because Sunday by 4 o'clock you're back in the office, making sure that you have stories for Prime News.
What should I even say? Okay, it's a normal thing, but I don't think I want to envy you. Not at all. Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Sunday.
It happens sometimes. We all have to come here Monday to Sunday, cancelling our off days just to deliver.
And there's no holiday too. in this job?
Oh, that one is normal.
It's no holiday.
It's normal.
Some people enjoy holidays.
No, it's normal. There's no
people enjoy
holiday. It's
holidays.
normal. We have no holidays. It's normal. It's a normal thing. It's a
So-
normal thing with media.
So,
Yeah.
I think once in a while we should also enjoy some holiday.
Like, yeah, someone says in Ghana.
In Ghana,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you should allow us to enjoy some holidays. Because if you see, I'm saying that
Listen, if you have to, if media will have to go on holidays, then the viewers, what would they be watching, or what would they be listening to?
you know, we enjoy music.
We need to be the
enjoy
front
music.
line guys to deliver,
Yeah.
to let the people, the world know this is exactly what's happening. Update them on issues.
That is why Ghanaians need to appreciate the media. It's not easy.
It's true, yeah.
It's not easy because you are running 247 holidays. You have to make sure you deliver to your listeners, to your viewers. Sometimes it becomes very stressful. You are going out chasing for stories and you are being heckled here and there.
It's
You have to
bad.
come on time to deliver.
But at the end of the day, they want to tune in and listen to what exactly is going on, what's the next thing.
When something goes wrong a little bit, and like, no, these people, they are not good. I mean,
But at the end of the day, you still listen to them.
yeah, that's
It's interesting. It's an interesting job.
Yeah, it's an interesting job.
Wow. Anyway, thank you so much for your time on Reporters Log. And that was my colleague, Ernest Boama. He's from the sports department, also with Multimedia Group Limited. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back. Next is my colleague Michaela Anderson. I believe you've been watching Joy News Interactive. That's JNI in short, as we always call it. And all the interviews out there, she goes out, she speaks with all these people. Sometimes she comes out so angry, sometimes she's excited, sometimes she's just off the mood. And we're going to find out why this all happens. Welcome to Reporters Blog.
Thank you, Patricia.
I remember the man you spoke with. He was like, this is doing nothing time.
Yes, and because of that, my new name is Mrs. Doolittle. Can you imagine? That's how Beatrice calls me now because of my interaction with the man. And you know, everybody heard it. He made some profound statements, and he even came here to give more details. In fact, he has more in stock for us.
You know, some words, like the few ones you say makes more sense than the lengthy ones you always say. She told me about this outing out and stuff.
In fact, sometimes it's enjoyable, other times frustrating, sometimes I don't know what kind of word to use to describe the situation, but many a time I go out, getting people to speak to is a problem, and especially when it comes to women. It's difficult to get their audience.
Yeah,
it's very difficult. And the men are willing sometimes. Others, they'll tell you, I'm camera shy, I cannot talk to you. I'm late for class, I'm late for work. and time is going. You have to get your vox pop and come back with a story, come and edit and all that, put them together.
Do you know one thing? Anytime a man goes out to do this vox pop, like speak to the people, like the general public, you get a lot of women coming in. We get a lot of women contributing to that particular topic. And if a lady goes out, it's the other way around. So I'm not surprised because women...
Sometimes, you know, the cameramen I go with quite a number of them, they end up sometimes trying to convince the ladies just to speak to us, and they will just not speak. They'll tell you, I'm late, I'm camera shy. They have all kinds of excuses, but the men are sometimes willing. They will even approach you. For instance, Mr. Doolittle. He approached me.
Okay,
He
so
heard
you're
I was
now
speaking.
Mrs. Doolittle.
Yes, Mrs. Doolittle.
Oh, sorry.
So he approached me because he heard I was speaking to somebody and he was interested in the topic. So he waited for quite some time. After I finished with the person, he came around and said, okay, so what is the question? Then I interacted with him. And I remember we're talking about hair, and he is so concerned that Africans, we don't really appreciate what we have in the country. he's a professor. He's supposed to be Ghanaian. I think he's Ghanaian, but he's really traveled and he's well read, and so he has so much information, and he's mad about what is happening in the country.
Have you had people approaching you to speak Twi, like the local?
Oh yes, even today, I was actually done with the Vox Pop. I was coming back to the office, and then I met this man, and he asked me, "What are you talking about in Twi?" And I said, "Okay, this is the issue." But then he would have to speak in English. He said, "No, we are in Ghana. It's a Twi country," so he wouldn't speak English. So those are some of the things, very interesting ones. Sometimes when I get them, I give it to our sister TV stations. Adom TV is there. Sometimes I give it to the radio stations. Adom.
But you know, some of the words, when it's said in the local language, like our local dialect, it makes more meaning than when it's being said in English.
Yeah.
So even when you're translating, you don't really get that feel. like the Ghana dialect, for instance. Some of the expression is just,
you know, sometimes you approach people and they will tell you, no, she really wants to make an impact with what she's going to say, so she would want to say it in her local dialect, sometimes Twi, sometimes Gam, and it's really interesting meeting people, all kinds of people. Every day you speak to like 10 people in a day, almost every day. You get to have more divergent views on issues. It's really interesting. You meet all kinds of people. The kids, I remember going to one school and it was interesting interacting with them, and some were shy, others wanted to talk more and more, you know. Others see the camera and they want to come in, you know. It's interesting.
That I was like, I don't like all this the way she says it, because it's so funny. Yeah. You didn't open your mouth to talk.
You know, it's just with that particular girl and the teacher, I spoke to the head teacher, and then
before you're permitted to speak to her.
Yes, before I was permitted to speak to her, and then the other guys who were around, and you remember one of them said, "Okay, I don't want to be a teacher because they are not paid well." Somebody says he wants to be a footballer. He wants to be like Asamoah Gyan, you know. That's interesting.
So tell me about the people you've been chasing.
The people
we've been begging. Just to contribute.
Sometimes you see people. I visit the universities. In fact, I've gone almost everywhere. My latest hideout, or the place I've been going lately, is in Accra area, and you go there, you meet all kinds of people. You approach them, someone say, immediately they see you, they'll start speaking on the phone. Just to avoid you, especially the women. They see you coming and they'll start chatting. If they are three, they'll start chatting among themselves, planning where to pass, so that they'll just avoid us. Today, I met some people and they were like, okay, they saw that I was finishing with the person I was speaking with. They said, okay, no, we are not interested. And this is what she was doing. No, later. And there were three. I was like, oh.
So she was a spokesperson for all of them?
All of them. Sometimes it's really frustrating, especially when you don't have anybody to speak to. And if you have interesting topics, people are willing to contribute.
Yeah.
Especially on social issues. When
politics is one of the issues.
No, everybody is shying away. They don't want to contribute. I don't know why. But when it comes to social issues, where if it has to do with sex, boyfriend, girlfriend, relationship matters,
everyone is
everybody,
but not politics. Not politics. It's hard getting people. And when you come back to the office, I'm like, I don't like it when you speak to the same person.
Discussing the same, speaking to the same person, or like about 2 issues. I want different people for different topics. And it's interesting, especially when you go to town and you don't see anybody. You speak to the person and you feel like, okay, but you know, let me speak to him for this other question so that I get his view on the two topics.
Get into town, you don't meet anybody. How possible? Let me chip that one in.
You go there, you see 2 people. You try speaking to them, they will refuse speaking to you on record. The most annoying thing is some people will wait. you tell them, discuss everything with them. They'll be smiling with you and all that. And then after everything, you said, no, I don't want to be on camera. I'm camera shy. Oh, so you made me waste my time talking about everything.
Who wants it? No, who wants it? Who needs help here?
I need help, and then I come to you. You are very receptive.
I'm interested. I want to know what
receptive. You make me talk and talk and talk. And after everything, I tell you, oh, sorry, I don't want to be on camera. Ah,
how does it feel?
Very bad. I said, oh, so you made me waste my time talking to you. So no, some people will say, okay, I have I will still offer my views, but not on camera. So they will want to speak to you off camera when you have to go to the next person, finish with the story and rush back to the office. So sometimes you just have to be patient and listen to them. You might not know what will come out of it.
Anytime you're speaking with someone, the person makes a mistake in the English language.
Sometimes you try and correct them, especially when they're speaking and then they forget a particular word. You chip it in. Sometimes you let them.
Let's say they turn
everything around. They said, okay, when I'm speaking to them, I know where I'm going to cut from. Okay. So if it's interesting, I'll let you make the point again. That you correct yourself and all that. Sometimes, if you're not lucky and then it just passes through, we use it. And you know, sometimes they have the idea about what they want to say, but then they drag in talking about it. Yeah. But on the whole, it's been great.
You need it, so you just have to be patient and listen.
Yes.
That's not bad.
It's been great, interesting.
Thank you so much for your time on Reporters Blog. And that was my colleague Michaela Anderson. Up next is a soundbite of the week.
We have to wake up. Let me tell you something. Those surrounding Akufo-Addo, they lead him to opposition 2008. They lead him to opposition 2012. Look at Peter McMenu. Right now, Peter McMenu is fighting for campaign manager. Hey, when you have the whole party in your pocket and you lead us to opposition, now we want campaign manager. My goodness. But if we lose 2016, if we lose, they won't get five months plus their years. They will die. Inshallah.
And that's it for Reporters Blog. My name is Patricia Gasu. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Enjoy more of our programs on Joy News on Multi TV. Until same time next week, stay blessed.